Okay, hey guys, Gon here. Now welcome to a tutorial on a butterfly kick. So, all I'm going to say is, it may be handy just to figure out what direction you trick. Now what I mean by this is a side that feels the most comfortable. So two ways you're going to practice this real quick is one, by doing jumping 360s, one way and then the other. Oh god. Second one was just spinning to my right, felt horrible. So this way feels a bit nicer, so to my left. If you are, you're a left-sided tricker. Another indicator, and you should really do both of these, however the first one is more advised because not everyone can cartwheel, is doing a cartwheel. And make sure you're doing a tricker one, because gymnastics ones aren't the right ones you want to use. So, I'll do it left side first. Yeah, it felt really good. Like, oh, I felt rubbish in comparison. Okay, so now you know your direction to trick. Let's get going. Now I do my butterfly kicks as a left-sided trigger, which means you're going to be kicking up your right and switching and landing on your right. If you do it the other way, I can't really do it. I can sort of do it for you. Try and do one right now. But as you can see, it's terrible. If you're a left-sided tricker like me, follow the instructions perfectly. If you're a right-sided tricker, just flip the left and right in the steps that I'm demonstrating. To start off, we're going to use the setup. We're going to need a setup. Now, obviously, you can do this with standing just by doing this, putting your foot here, this foot angled towards the direction you're traveling, and simply go swing down, dip, and up. However, when you're first starting off, you may not have the power to kick back enough to land, and this is something I had at the beginning, is I couldn't land it because I just didn't have the ability to kick this leg up. I'll show you a couple of clips of my first butterfly kick right here. God, that was dreadful. So, we're going to learn something and it's called the triple step. What triple step is you face the direction, you turn, almost like you're going to do a cheat step, but instead, you're going to just drag this one behind you. So, do this. 1, 2. Now what you're going to do is when you reach this part, you're going to do your dip and make sure your back is relatively straight. If you do it with bent back, it's going to be much harder to get height. So I recommend keeping a straight back at all times when you dip and kick up. This will also make your butterfly kick look much better. That's just overall good technique. So going over the triple step again. 1, 2, 3, and boom. You've got your setup. Just one more replay for you guys of the setup. Right, next step. What leg to kick in, what legs to switch, and what leg to land on. If you're a left-sided trigger, what you're going to do is you're going to do your triple step, and when it gets to this point, I want you to just stop and think for a second. So literally, do this, stop, and look at your feet. The direction you're traveling, you're looking this way, you're going to be obviously kicking your back leg up. You're going to be going 1, 2, 3. Now obviously you're going to be doing your dip and then kicking, but for now, just get the basics of what leg you're kicking and what leg you're not kicking. So, when you kick this leg up, kick it hard. The harder you kick, the much higher you're going to get, and also the much better or more advanced you want to look as a trigger if you're doing it. But just saying, butterfly kicks aren't really an advanced move, so don't use them all the time. Honestly, it's really not good. It's only good in the beginning when you're learning to progress into things such as aerial, which we'll get into in a minute. Go, do your triple step, dip down, keep your back straight, look over. You want to look over and behind and across. That is important. So that is going to aid when you kick back this flat spin, which is basically a little rotation you do just before you land. See, I'm landing facing you guys again. Do your triple step, dip, kick back to this leg, and when you kick back, it should just be second nature for this leg to kick back as well. Pretty much like I do, spin back and face back. the same way you were going. One more time for you guys. Triple step, turn, dip, kick, switch, land. And that is the butterfly kick. Now, if you've mastered your butterfly kick, so it's looking a bit fluent like this, you can land it 10 times out of 10, 100 times out of 100. Trust me, it's actually not that hard to land a butterfly kick. It's quite easy. If you're screwing them up, just keep drilling them and film yourself and look back where you're going wrong. Now we're going to teach you how to convert this into an aerial. Now, the difference between a butterfly kick and an aerial is the position your chest is in and the place you are looking. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to use your triple step, or you can do it from standing, like I can do it from standing right now. But again, you may not have that power in you yet, unless you've drilled your butterfly kicks to death. So we're just going to use the same triple step we used. They're basically the same thing, same setup, technically the same move, but just a little different. One thing I'm going to say first is, actually at this point it may be good to have a cartwheel down, but it's not necessary. The only reason why I'd say get a cartwheel down on the same side is because if you screw up your aerial, as you'll see here, you can just pull out your hands and catch yourself. And honestly, we really want you all to train safe. We don't want you just face planting to the ground. I've done it before, it hurts, okay? So if you screw up your aerial, all you're gonna do is place your hands out and catch yourself. Now, onto the differences between the butterfly kick and the aerial. First thing you're going to do is, rather than dipping and looking across you, you're going to lean down to your other side, kick this leg slightly more to the side, and look down, not go across you. Going across you is going to make you more want to do a butterfly kick, while looking down and rotating around the spot that you're looking at on the ground, making sure it's the same spot, will make you more likely to do an aerial. Now, another difference with the aerial is your arms. With your butterfly kick, when you're doing your triple step, you're going like this, across and out. Aerial, you don't want that. It won't be an aerial. Instead, you want to tuck your arms in and kick like that. An aerial is where you keep in your arms, kick to the side, and go a bit more vertically across. Do your triple step, look around, tuck in your arms, kick this leg back, and aerial. I'll demonstrate aerial and butterfly kick a couple more times. Starting with a butterfly kick. And the aerial. One thing I need to work on, and one thing I would work on, is when you've got these tricks down, is straighten your legs. Now, I haven't quite got that stage yet, I'll be honest. I'm working on other tricks at the minute, like G720. Anyway, just overall, if you want a cleaner one, just straighten your legs. I don't really find it necessary. It looks quite good without the straight legs, but it would look better with them straight. Anyway guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Kapow! Hit the like, subscribe button for more videos. As always, going, so goodbye. Peace. Now, where was I? Yeah, I'm new to these tutorials, okay? I'm not very good at explaining it. Bear with me. Right.